Good evening, everyone. It's a glad welcome we bring to you this evening, filled with the desires, hopes, and dreams we all share. I, Ms. Vaidehi Navle, takes immense pleasure to initiate this thrilling and most awaited event of today. With a heart full of pride and delight, I wholeheartedly welcome our Honorable CMD, Mr. Bipin Pote Sir, Managing Trustee, respected Mrs. Meenal Pote Ma'am, Vice President Business Development Head and Trustee, respected Mr. Bhushan Pote Sir, respected Principal, Mrs. Hina Falke Ma'am, HR respected Mrs. Beena Nair Ma'am, Pre-K Head Coordinator, Mrs. Sabita Rao Ma'am. I feel immensely delighted to welcome the wonderful speakers for today's event. Mr. Vishal Acharya from Opegendal University, Ms. Nehal Gaikar from Atlas Kiltech University, Ms. Viragi Javeri from Flame University, Mr. Amit Modak from NMIMS, Mr. Bipin Palande from MIT WPU Pune University, Ms. Rachna Basabatini from KREA University, Mrs. Suman Acharya from Alliance University. I would also like to welcome our respected coordinators, beloved teachers, as well as non-teaching staff. And last but not the least, my dear friends. All successful people have a goal. No one can get anywhere unless he knows where he wants to go and what he wants to be or do. And to help you figure out where you want to go and what you want to be or do, we, the Cambrians, have come up with the first virtual university fair in Kalyan Dombivli. The purpose of conducting and hosting this virtual university fair was to provide all the confused learners with a one-stop destination for all their queries regarding courses and universities. We want to help you all not only with your goals, but we also want to make you ready for your plan B. We, the learners, want to create awareness about the availability of courses and show other learners like us path of their future. I would like to explain the flow of the event for smooth functioning. Firstly, we have few enlightening words from our dignitaries. Then you all will be introduced to the university along with panel discussion, followed by one-on-one session with universities in our breakout rooms. Do not forget to come back to the main room after the session for a very important Q&A session. So without wasting much of our time, let us kickstart this event with a lot of positivity and zeal. I would now request my friend Jia to take the session forward.
I am sure each and every one of you is eager to hear from our speakers. But before that, I would like to introduce our respected CMD, Mr. Bipin Pote Sir, who is an entrepreneur, educationist, and a visionary, and has been instrumental in influencing the lives of 1 lakh parents, 50,000 students, 800 teachers, and 500 headmasters through his various programs and ventures from last 20 years. He's a passionate motivational speaker, and his parenting program sessions are best known in education industry, which has helped lakhs of parents. Over the years, Mr. Bipin Pote Sir has been recognized by various entities for his inspirational work in education sector. Entrepreneur of the Year by Satellite Global Trust for Business Excellence in Education in Maharashtra. Speaker for Education and Skill India Summit, New Delhi. TEDx Speaker 2022, IMEC 2018 Speaker, and Times Education Icon Award for the Cambria International School. We now request him to address the gathering and to give his valuable inputs to all of us who are aspiring to be like him.
What happened? Is there any confusion? Admin, is there any confusion?
We are waiting for Sir. He'll join soon.
Okay. First, Vipin sir was going to speak according to the flow. Miss Payal madam there.
Moving forward, I would like to quote: "A great principal builds character, inspires dreams, encourages creativity, builds confidence, instills a lot of learning, touches our hearts and changes our lives." The most serene personality of our esteemed institution, with 18 years of experience in the field of education, I request our beloved principal, respected Mrs. Hina Falke ma'am, to address the participants.
Okay. All right. So I'm here to address all of you. A very wonderful evening to all the audience who's listening to me today. Can I have a quick good evening in the chat box from all the students? I would just like to see how active you all are. Can we have a quick good evening? Good evening, kids. Are you all awake? Yeah, there are many, I think almost around 88 learners. Am I not able to see the chat? Good evening, KREA. Good evening, Diven. Good evening, Meet. Good evening, Ishita. Good evening, Rachit. Good evening, Riddhi. Good evening, Abbas. Good evening, Vansh. Good evening, Shreya. Good evening to all of you. Kids, now, all of you, let me know, how are you feeling today? Just one adjective of what are you feeling today? How do you feel today? Any adjective, you're feeling happy, sad, elated, excited. What are you feeling today? Come on, kids. Excited. All right. I would also like to see students from, the guest students who have come to us for the first time to write. How are you feeling today? Yeah? Excited. All right. Okay. Fine. Very nice. Everybody is feeling excited. Nobody is feeling happy. Yeah, happy and very excited. All right. Very good. All right, kids. This is for all the children. Children, nowadays, the aspiration of the children have, become different. Aspirations of the parents is on another zone, and the education system, and you're also, Ishita is quite nervous for the session. You shouldn't be nervous. You shouldn't be nervous, because nervousness leads to, leads you nowhere. Nervousness will not help you in any which way. So if you have to face it, you have to face it. That's it. That is it. What will happen at the extent. So you have to think in that manner. All right. So I was saying that, unconventionally, things are changing big time today in today's world. And there are a lot of challenges in front of you all. And there is a lot of competition, because when you are on a global platform where you are not only competing with the children in India, in general, I'm talking about, irrespective of any board, you are, because of the advent of internet, because of the pace of technological evolution that has taken place in the last 1 decade or more than that, there is a lot of people who have come together because of the technology. And that is why the competition doesn't just exist in India, it exists all over the world. So you are not sitting in Kalyan, you are not competing only with the children of Kalyan, you're also competing with the children all over the globe. So what do we do now? We have to be well equipped with the skills that are required for the 21st century. And how would we get that skills? To get that skills, first thing is you have to make the correct decision. You have to make the right decision to choose a place where you can get your skills polished, which is required by the 21st century environment. Whether you want to go to a university, or you want to go to become an entrepreneur, or you want to take up some career that is of lot of choices, you have to make decisions, and you cannot make decisions on your own. You have to have some helping hand for the decision. And I am very proud to share with you that we at Cambria International School, we handhold students to polish their skills along with academics. We don't talk only about academics, though IGCSE and AS and A level talks too much deep about academics. Along with the academics, what we do is we handhold the children from grade 8 onwards. So even though the children join us from any other school, like from a CBSE or a ICSE or a state board background, we ensure it that we handhold you and we lead you to the dream career that you are looking forward to. Over here, kids, I would also like to let you all know that you all must be aware about different types of professions that are available in and around you. It is not like 15-20 years down the line where a teacher has to be a teacher throughout his or her life. A doctor has to be a doctor throughout his or her life. All right. There are a lot of changes in the career choices that the students are making and they will be making. And with the generation that you all are in, like the children who are in their 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th standards, we're very sure that in the coming years, you would be faced with a lot of choices. You would not have one career, but you would have multiple career choices, and you would definitely make choices to adapt to more careers with respect to, follow your passion one. Then you would like to earn money also. Then you would like to, have that social status quo also. So to get everything, you might get into one more professions. All right. To get to this extent of preparations, you have to be polished with your skills that is required for the 21st century education. And where do you get the skills? So you have to make a calculated choice, a calculated decision to to get into a good environment, a good college under good mentors, so that after getting polished in your basic years of educations, that is your 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th, out of which 11th and 12th are the basic steps of your career choices, because here you choose the streams. You choose whether you want to go for a commerce field or a science field or an arts field. You decide for yourself and then you study towards itself, and then you get polished and then you get on to the universities. Over here, I would like to let all the children know that Cambria International School has Cambridge curriculum, that is AS and A level curriculum. This curriculum is having such a broad spectrum that it gives choices to students to choose subjects from science, commerce, arts altogether. So whatever you want to be in life, it is not restricted to only science or only commerce or only arts. The days have gone by. It is now far off. So now you have a platter of subjects in front of you where you can decide and choose subjects of your choices. You get polished yourself. In 11th and 12th standard, you get to understand your aptitude, because when you choose your science subject along with your commerce and your art subject, it is here that you come to know that where am I good at? What should I be doing? Whether I be doing a business, or I become an entrepreneur, or I become a doctor or an engineer, or I do something which is in collaboration of all these skills, or I start my own company. And let me tell you, kids, there are students from AS and A levels who have been successful. They have opened up their own businesses. They have become entrepreneurs. They have come out with their own products only because this curriculum trains you to be like that. It develops your skills so much so that you become confident, Very recently, Ishita was telling, ma'am, I'm very nervous because she must be having some role to play, whether to speak or to present or to handle some breakout rooms. So that is why the nervousness exists. And it is very natural, children. It's very natural. It's okay. It's okay to be nervous. I mean to say that. But having said that, if you are exposed to these kind of environments, like the Cambria International School has given this entire event in the hands of our young, beautiful learners. They are the anchors, they are the script writers, they are the creative makers, they are the handlers, technical team, everything. So this entire program is being done by our own students. Now, what is this? This is giving them a kind of hands-on experience to handle an event, which is a very good experience in itself. And this is where you start with your profile building, and in today's scenario, in the entire education system, if you go to see, if you want to get into any good university, or even if you want to apply for, any foreign university abroad, profile building is one of the important aspects that they see on your profile. What did you do other than academics, and how well did you do it? So that they can gauge the, developing and emerging skills of yours to become work ready in the upcoming years to come altogether. Basically, why do you all study? We all study to become something in life, with values, with a lot of, skills, understanding. At the end of the day, we are making you work ready and simultaneously education ready and world ready, because if you become a better citizen, then only you will be able to help other citizens, and simultaneously the chain will continue. And this is what the Cambria International School stands forward to. All right. So with this, I just want to know how many students are from different schools like CBSE or ICSE who are not our students yet. Can you just put up your names out here? I just would like to know them. You can only put, hi, I'm so and so from which board. Can I have a quick reply to this? Are we having students like that, or we don't have it? Arya Agarwal. Okay. Which board you didn't write, beta? CBSE board. All right. Any other child? Chinmay from state board. Okay. Siddhi also from state board. Okay. And anybody else? Good afternoon. Ruhika from ICSE board. Very good. And okay, so that means I have children over here with me from state board, ICSE board, and CBSE board. My dear children, please remember, if you have to develop your skills, yeah, hello, Karina from CBSE board. Hello, Karina. Welcome to our session. All right. See, whatever board you belong to, the main idea of conducting this university fair is Tanisha from ICSE. Welcome, Tanisha. All right. The entire idea to, give this exposure through our students is to make you aware different kind of universities that are available in and outside India. What are the career prospects that you can have it? Which are the colleges that will prepare you in the basics to go to those particular university? Because 11th and 12th, where you have to make mindful choice of selecting a college which would polish your skills to go to these particular university, matters a lot. So if you make a right choice in the beginning step of your formation of your career, you can do many right things at the right time. So whatever board you belong to, you have to be updated. You should be in the right hands. And I can very proudly and very confidently say that the Cambria International School just embraces all the board's children with us, and we handhold them and we train them so that the skills required for 21st century are well made, and they are prepared to get into universities to become work ready and education ready. With this, I kind of wish you good luck for today's program. To all my existing students also, you are doing a wonderful job. And all the children who are listening to us, I wish you good luck, because I'm sure you're going to get a lot of information, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of learning is going to happen on this platform. So thank you so much and goodbye.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your motivating words. I would now request my friend Jia to take the session further.
Sir has joined us. I am sure each and every one of you is eager to hear from our speakers. But before that, I would like to introduce our respected CMD, Mr. Bipin Pote sir, who is an entrepreneur, educationist, and visionary, and has been instrumental in influencing the lives of 1 lakh parents, 50,000 students, 800 teachers, and 500 headmasters through his various programs and ventures from last 20 years. He's a passionate motivational speaker, and his parenting program sessions are best known in education industry, which has helped lakhs of parents. Over the years, Mr. Bipin Pote sir has been recognized by various entities for his inspirational work in education sector. Entrepreneur of the Year by Saturday Global Trust for Business Excellence in Education in Maharashtra. Speaker for Education and Skill India Summit, New Delhi. TEDx Speaker 2022, IMEC 2018 Speaker, and Times Education Icon Award for the Cambria International School. We now request him to address the gathering and to give his valuable inputs to all of us who are aspiring to be like him.
Thank you. Thank you, Jia. Okay, good evening, all the students. I would like to see the quick good evening in the chat box, please. So pata chalega there are students who are actually listening to me. Yes, Rushti, good evening. Quick good evening. Diven, good evening. Ansh, good evening. Sai, Batul, Mayank, Riddhi, Meet, Parth, Soham, Ishita, Siddhi, Piyush, Hetan. बहुत स्लो है. साक्षी, क्रिया. Okay. Good evening, all of you. Chinmay, good evening. Ishika Jalani, good evening. Chalo, thank you. My dear student, first of all, Tisha, good evening. So, first of all, I appreciate all the students who are participating and who are the students who are initiating this program, leading this program. It's really commendable. Yes, Akshay, good evening. Happy to see all of you who are growing day by day in our college curriculum and entire activity. I am seeing the progress. It's really good thing. First of all, my career, my decision, why this event and why this virtual university fair. Honestly speaking, my dear student, 10th and 12th is not the age where you can actually decide what to do in life. This is the most crucial decision in your life, but fortunately or unfortunately, 15 to 17 years, आप इतने matured होते नहीं हो कि इतना important decision आप ले पाओ. But लेना तो है. So my suggestion is, we cannot decide the destination at this age, but we need to decide direction, at least the right direction. Destination will occur. Destination, you'll reach destination, but journey should be good. Direction should be good. ऐसा नहीं हो कि आपको जाना है मुंबई, आप जा रहे हो कर्जत. So best part such program, the best part of such program, they will help you to go in right direction. So the intention behind all kind of such event of career guidance to guide student at right place, right time. So I would like to know actually how many new students are here. I know there are few students from Cambria who heard me earlier as well. So let me see quickly. Okay, chalo. Got it. So some of the students had sent me direct message privately. My simple question to all of you, 3-4 things are very important to decide right career. First, it's your career, so it should be your decision. To take your decision, मैंने बताया इतनी maturity होती नहीं है, but such program will give you an idea. To know that why you need to be responsible. So simple question जो मैं हमेशा पूछता हूँ, for new student, there are few new student. If you are going somewhere at छुट्टी है कल सैटरडे संडे घूमने जा रहे हो, you are traveling and पीछे बैठोगे आप कार में, तो आप क्या करते हो? Quickly, I would like to get answer from the new student. जनरली आप गाड़ी में बैठ रहे हो, घूमने जा रहे हो कहीं पे, महाबलेश्वर चलो इमेजिन करते, तो आप गाड़ी में बैठे तो क्या करते हो? पीछे बैठ के, पीछे बैठोगे तो क्या करोगे? Okay, listen music, bus and watching. Okay, ठीक है, watching music, seeing scenery. Okay, ठीक है, चलो. It's very basic question जो मैं बोलता हूँ, playing games at mobile. Nirav is saying read a book. Pari is saying sir book read करेंगे, very good. बट अगर आप पीछे बैठ रहे हो तो बुक देखोगे, गेम खेलोगे, बाहर देखोगे. ओवर थिंकिंग, प्राची आहूजा सिंह की ओवर थिंकिंग ऑन वेरियस थिंग, राइट है. बट अगर अभी आप ड्राइविंग सीट पे बैठोगे तो क्या करोगे? व्हाट यू विल डू इफ यू विल सिट एट ड्राइविंग सीट? Obviously you will focus on the road. The first thing in career decision, my career, my decision, it's your life decision. Be at the driving seat. ड्राइविंग सीट पे बैठिए. हम ड्राइविंग सीट पे कभी नहीं होते मालूम है, व्हेन योर करियर डिसीजन इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय द रॉन्ग पीपल, जिनको खुद ही पता नहीं है कि कितना वर्ल्ड चेंज हो रहा है. I got to know that there are some of the students who are attending this online event outside Kalyan, outside Mumbai as well. Then my suggestion is, who are stopping you? There are many students think 11th 12th में मुझे कॉलेज इधर ही जाना है, लोकली जाना है. क्यों? बाहर से भी आप ASNA लेवल के कोर्सेज करने यहाँ आ सकते हो. सो द बैरियर्स समवन हैड पुट, जिनके पास ये आइडिया नहीं है. सो 11th एंड 12th ये ऐसा फाउंडेशन ईयर है जहां पे यू नीड टू थिंक व्हाई यू आर टेकिंग एजुकेशन, व्हाट आर द फाउंडेशनल स्किल यू शुड डेवलप, जो आगे जाके आपको एम्प्लॉयबल बनाएंगे, ज्यादा से ज्यादा आपको सक्सेस मिलने के चांसेस बढ़ेंगे. एनी करिकुलम, आई मीन currently in 10th standard more than crores of students are appearing in 10th standard. How they are going to select the career? Because of the trend, because of so chalo basic question I'll ask. What do you think, which are the careers is having high scope according to you? कौन से career में ज्यादा scope है ऐसा आपको लगता है? Quickly. IT, okay. Nirav is saying IT. Parth is saying anything related to technology. Kisha saying a counselor. Architect. Arya saying is architect is having scope. Okay. And real estate. Okay. Fair enough. Brunmay saying medical, mass media, engineering. Atharo Patil saying ठीक है. Quick and more answer I am expecting. So this session will become more interesting, engaging. Medical, engineering, real estate, mass media, counseling. चलो. तो first thing you all need to understand while taking career decision. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट लाइन बोलने जा रहा हूं. स्कोप करियर में कोई करियर के फील्ड में नहीं होता, स्कोप खुद में होता है. द फर्स्ट मिथ कि ये करियर में स्कोप है, यहां पे फ्यूचर है, वहां नहीं होता है. स्कोप आप में खुद में होता है. व्हाटएवर द स्कोप यू आर लुकिंग फॉर, ये खुद में होता है. तो अगर आपको कोई भी करियर करना हो तो यू नीड टू सेलेक्ट अ करिकुलम विच विल वर्क ऑन यू, पुश यू, गिविंग एक्सप्लोरेशन इन डिफरेंट लेवल. तो आप पे खुद पे काम होगा. तो सबसे पहली चीज, टू इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग व्हाइल टेकिंग करियर डिसीजन, करियर के स्कोप पहले खुद में होते हैं. पहले खुद पे काम करेंगे तो कोई भी करियर में आप करियर अच्छा बना सकते हो, नंबर 1. नंबर 2, एनी करियर, मास मीडिया, इंजीनियरिंग, साइकोलॉजी, डेटा एनालिसिस, ड्रोन मेकिंग, इन्फ्लुएंसर, यूट्यूबर, एनी रेगुलर ऑफबीट करियर, Scope will be only for those who will be in top 25. उन्हीं के लिए स्कोप होता है. अगर आप टॉप 25 में हो तो इंजीनियरिंग में करो 100 बच्चे बैठ रहे, मेडिकल में करो 100 बच्चे बैठ रहे, एंट्रेंस एग्जाम दे रहे, सब थोड़ी ना बनेंगे सक्सेसफुल. टॉप 25. सो व्हाट यू शुड डू, कौन से टॉप 25, कौन से करियर में मैं खुद टॉप 25 में जा सकता हूं. चलो यू टेल मी. सो I am more interested to make it more engaging. So you tell me which is the world's most difficult task. दुनिया में सबसे डिफिकल्ट क्या है ऐसे आपको लगता है? ये सब्जेक्ट की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैथ्स डिफिकल्ट है, साइंस डिफिकल्ट, ये मत बोलो. कम ऑन, यू आर 10th 11th 12th स्टैंडर्ड स्टूडेंट. सबसे डिफिकल्ट चीज कौन सी है दुनिया में अकॉर्डिंग टू यू? साहिल सिंह, बोर्ड एग्जाम. चलो एग्जाम और सब्जेक्ट का छोड़ के बोलो. I'm saying becoming top 1% is difficult. Okay. Achieving success is difficult, Srushti is saying. Okay. And no. Choosing your career is, Murunmay is saying, sir, waiting करना बहुत difficult है. बगर मंगाया आ नहीं रहा है, वेट कर रहे कब से, बोरिंग है. Finding your purpose. Yes. Who had given that answer? Choosing a career is difficult. Amatullah. Okay, finding your purpose. ठीक है. Making a right choice is difficult. ठीक है. Rachit saying making right choice is difficult. Rohika saying choosing career is difficult. Amatullah saying is finding your purpose. Keep failing and still dying is difficult. Omkar is saying. Par saying everything is easy, only we have to try and work hard. Yes, Par. चलो मैं बहुत सिंपल करता हूँ आपके लिए. Mayang saying choosing best career is difficult. ये करियर लाइफ में सक्सेसफुल बनना, करियर सिलेक्ट करना, ये सब कुछ इजी बन जाता है. कब बन जाता है इजी मालूम है? मेरे एक्सपीरियंस के साथ बताता हूँ आपको. इट विल बिकम इजी. फाइंडिंग योर प्रोफेशन इज डिफिकल्ट. ओके अथर्व. तो जितनी चीजें आपको लग रही है ना, एग्जाम डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है आपको, वेटिंग डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है आपको, बिकमिंग लाइफ में सक्सेसफुल होना डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है, राइट करियर का चॉइस लेना डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है, ये जितनी भी डिफिकल्ट लग रही है ना, ये इसीलिए डिफिकल्ट है क्योंकि सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट डिफिकल्ट टास्क हम नहीं कर पाते. द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट टास्क इन वर्ल्ड इज टू नो योरसेल्फ. नो योरसेल्फ, अंडरस्टैंड योरसेल्फ फर्स्ट. कि मैं कौन हूं, मैं कौन सी चीजों में अच्छा हूं, which are the things which I am good at. मैं बेहतरीन कौन से चीजों में अच्छा हूं, ये जानना सबसे डिफिकल्ट टास्क है. हम में ना बहुत अच्छी तरीके से बोलते हैं आई नो हिम, आई नो हर, मैं इसे जानता हूं, मैं उससे जानता हूं, मैं रणबीर को जानता हूं, मैं आलिया को जानता हूं, मैं विराट को जानता हूं, मैं दुनिया को जानता हूं, मैं सबको जानता हूं, मुझे ये कॉलेज मालूम है, मुझे गूगल पे सब मुझे मालूम है, इंटरनेट पे मुझे मालूम है, इंस्टा पे मुझे सब मालूम है, फेसबुक पे सब दिख रहा है. अंदर जाके खुद को जानना ये सबसे डिफिकल्ट है. इसके लिए एक सिंपल प्रोसेस, एक पेपर पेन लीजिए, स्ट्रेंथ एंड वीकनेस लिख दीजिए कि मेरे कौन से अच्छे क्वालिटीज, मुझे क्या सब्जेक्ट अच्छे लगता है, मेरे कौन से ट्रेड है जो मेरे अच्छे. ये क्यों ये पूछ रहा हूँ, क्योंकि अगर आप खुद को जान गए ना तो आप टॉप 25 में जाओगे, जल्दी जानोगे. और ये डिफिकल्ट है, ये प्रोसेस में आपको शुरू करना पड़ेगा, तब जाके आपको पता चलेगा. सो वी एज ए कैम्ब्रिया कॉलेज ऑलवेज प्लान सच एक्टिविटीज जहाँ पे आप वहां पे पार्टिसिपेट करते जाते हो और खुद को जानते जाते हो, खुद को पहचानने चल लग पड़ते हो कि नहीं मैं कहाँ अच्छा हूँ. सो मुझे बताइए, फेरारी, अगर मारुति और फेरारी की रेस लगाऊं तो कौन सी गाड़ी जीतेगी? क्विकली, फेरारी और मारुति की रेस में कौन सी गाड़ी जीतेगी? फेरारी 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 फेरारी. ओके चलो गुड. अगर मैं बताऊं कि फेरारी और मारुति की रेस तो लग गई है, बट अगर रेस स्टेशन पे होनी है, कल्याण स्टेशन पे हो रही है, अभी कौन सी गाड़ी जीतेगी? अभी मारुति जीतेगी, क्योंकि फील्ड चेंज हो गया ना. तो फील्ड ऐसा चुनो जहां पे आप फेरारी बन सकते हो. नंबर 2. नंबर 3 इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट, इफ यू आर नॉट क्लियर, अभी मैं खुद को ही जान नहीं रहा हूं, खुद ही नहीं पहचान पा रहा हूं, मुझे कुछ समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है, नो वन इज गाइडिंग मी प्रॉपरली. एक सिंपल तरीका है, whenever you are confused, choose difficult way. करियर रिलेटेड में बता रहा हूं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आप 10 किलोमीटर से रनिंग करने की तैयारी करोगे तो 5 किलोमीटर तो भाग ही लोगे. इफ यू आर कंफ्यूज, नेवर ऑफर द शॉर्टकट. If you're confused, if you're not clear, never go for the easy option, go for the difficult option. क्योंकि अगर आप 10 किलोमीटर की प्रिपरेशन करते हो तो 5 किलोमीटर तो भागोगे ही भागोगे. So, अगर कोई आपको बता रहा है कि 10th के बाद, छुट्टियों के बाद, एक तो आप ऐसे टाइम पे करियर का डिसीजन लेने बैठ जाते हो जब 10th हुआ है, अभी 2-4 महीने का टेंशन खत्म हुआ नहीं एग्जाम, अभी डिसाइड करना है लाइफ में क्या करना है. ये प्रोसेस पहले ही शुरू हो जाना चाहिए, जैसे हम पहले ही चालू करते हैं. बट अभी लेना ही है तो मेक श्योर दैट रादर देन गोइंग फॉर एन इजी ऑप्शन, गो फॉर द डिफिकल्ट ऑप्शन. मैं कंटिन्यूसली बता रहा हूँ, इन दिस मिलेनियल, दिस जनरेशन विल हैव 5 careers. So your foundation should be like that कि आपको ये फाउंडेशन आपको एटलीस्ट 5 careers के लिए तैयार करे, क्योंकि आपका एक करियर होगा नहीं. So ये आपके लिए अच्छा भी है, बुरा भी है. अभी के जनरेशन का एक लाइफ चला गया 20-30 years in one career, but you guys, you people will have at least 5 careers. So foundation, the 21st century में हम लोग बहुत बोलते हैं कि there are so many skills which we need to learn. One skill which is very, very important in 21st century is flexibility. You need to be flexible. Your mind need to be adaptive. Flexible mindset and adaptive mindset is a need. In 21st century, the illiterate of 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. I want everyone should understand this 21st century line. It's very important. The illiterate of 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. ये आपके साथ regularly होगा in 21st century, क्योंकि 5 career. तो इन कैम्ब्रिया जैसे हम लोग स्टक ही नहीं करते आपको कि आप कॉमर्स के बच्चे हो तो आप साइंस का सब्जेक्ट मत लीजिए, साइंस के बच्चे हो तो आर्ट्स का मत लीजिए. नो, क्योंकि 21st सेंचुरी में आपको फ्लेक्सिबल माइंडसेट और एडेप्टिव माइंडसेट रखना ही पड़ेगा. इवन इफ एनीवन वांट्स टू बिकम अ डॉक्टर, उसे एंटरप्रेन्योरियल माइंडसेट होगा तो ज्यादा अच्छा डॉक्टर बनेगा. तो उसको बिजनेस स्टडी समझने में क्या हार्म है. If anyone wants to become an engineer, तो इंजीनियर के साइड में अगर वो बिजनेस स्टडी सीखता है तो he will understand wherever he will work, he will understand the business, तो बेटर इंजीनियर बनेगा. सो जो अभी तक हमारे देश में न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी अभी आई है, अभी तक कॉलेजेस में ऑप्शन नहीं मिलते कि साइंस कॉमर्स आर्ट के कॉम्बिनेशन सब्जेक्ट लिए जाते. वी आर द ओनली कॉलेज जहां पे ये फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी के साथ ऑप्शन लेके हम आए हैं. we good should always make noise, and I want that my team, my student, my parents should speak this thing कि भाई ये ऑप्शंस आ गया है कि आप जॉइंट सब्जेक्ट ले सकते हो. बहुत सालों तक रोक के रखा था हमें कि नहीं कॉमर्स है तो साइंस का सब्जेक्ट नहीं, आर्ट्स है तो साइंस का सब्जेक्ट नहीं. Who were they to stopping us कि मैं कौन सा सब्जेक्ट कौन सा लो. उन्होंने एक रूल बना दिया, हमने फॉलो कर दिया, कई सालों तक ऐसे ही चला. There are students जिनको डांस के साथ में इंजीनियरिंग के साथ में डांस में इंटरेस्ट है, but they never got a chance to select a subject of dance. Why not? ये कौन से लोग हैं जिन्होंने रूल बुक बना दी, हमने फॉलो कर दी. 21st century is belongs to जो लोग क्रिएटिवली सोचते हैं. Mark my word, you build bridges, you build wealth, world remember only artists. So become an artist of your career. इंजीनियर बन के भी आर्टिस्ट बन सकते हो, एंटरप्रेन्योर बन के भी आर्टिस्ट बन सकते हो, क्योंकि आप कुछ क्रिएट कर रहे हो. वी आर हियर टू क्रिएट समथिंग. ये जितने जल्दी हम समझ जाएंगे. सो वन इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट, दिस प्रोग्राम विल गिव यू, my talk, Ina madam and the next university speaker will give clarity. Clarity is very very important. मतलब एक बंदा था, वो उसे बहुत कुछ चाहिए था लाइफ में, तो सोचता था मैं भगवान को अगर प्रे करूंगा तो भगवान मुझे गॉड कुछ ना कुछ दे ही देगा. तो someone had suggested कि तू प्रे करने के लिए बैठ जा, भगवान तुझे प्रसन्न होंगे. ओल्ड स्टोरी, मेटाफोरिक स्टोरी. तो उसने बहुत प्रे किया, भगवान प्रसन्न हो गया, एंड भगवान ने उसे बोला बेटा मांग तुझे क्या चाहिए. देखो क्लियर नहीं होते तो क्या होता है. तो उसने बोला देखिए मुझे 3 चीजें चाहिए भगवान जी. आई नीड लॉट ऑफ मनी, आई नीड बिग कार, बिग बहुत बड़ी गाड़ी चाहिए, बहुत पैसे चाहिए, एंड आजू बाजू में इर्द गिर्द मेरे अच्छी सुंदर लड़कियां होनी चाहिए. मैं मांगा भगवान को. भगवान ने बोला तथास्तु, मिलेगा बेटा तुझे. नेक्स्ट जन्म में वो कंडक्टर करके पैदा हुआ. कंडक्टर जानते हो ना, बस का कंडक्टर, पैसे का बैग होता है, टिकट के लिए भरा पड़ा होता है, बहुत पैसे होते हैं, बड़ी गाड़ी होती है, बस बहुत बड़ी है, कोई भी गाड़ी से बड़ी, और ट्रैवलिंग में अच्छी खासी वहां पे ट्रैवलिंग में लड़कियां भी थी, क्लियर नहीं होंगे ना, ये गड़बड़ होगा. So become a clear in life. It's very important. While 11th, 12th is very, very important to select the right course and right career, right group. Because you become the average 5 people you hang with. आप 5 लोगों जैसा बन जाते हो, उनके साथ आप रहते हो. तो करियर में मेरा दोस्त क्या कर रहा है इस वजह से कोई करियर मत लीजिए. मेरे चाचा मामा कोई बड़े डॉक्टर इंजीनियर बन गए और उनके पास पैसा है, गाड़ी है, तो मुझे वो करना है. नहीं, खुद को जानिए आप कौन सी चीजों में अच्छा है. वी आर हियर टू हेल्प यू इन दिस 2 years विल हेल्प यू कि करियर के कौन से पाथ लेने हैं, क्योंकि यहाँ पे आपको सब्जेक्ट ऑप्शन मिलते हैं, डिफरेंट एक्टिविटी के एक्सपोजर मिलते हैं. तो ये दोनों मर्जिंग के साथ में नेक्स्ट 2 years में यू विल अंडरस्टैंड कि आपको करियर में फाउंडेशन के कौन से चीजें करनी है. एंड वी आर ब्रिंगिंग लॉट ऑफ कोडिंग, पब्लिक स्पीकिंग, बूट कैम्प, डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ, जो अभी तक भी हमारे एस लेवल में हुए नहीं. एंड दिस ईयर वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट सम मोर न्यू इनिशिएटिव, जहां पे ये खुद के पहचानने की प्रोसेस सिंपल हो जाए. जितने इंपॉर्टेंट स्किल फ्यूचर में नेक्स्ट 10 years में लगने वाले, 20 years में लगने वाले, इंस्पाइट ऑफ एनी करियर, देयर आर सर्टेन कॉमन स्किल विच रिक्वायर अक्रॉस ऑल द करियर्स. जैसे कोडिंग जानना, हर कोई भी डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर, इन्फ्लुएंसर, कुछ भी बनिए, कोडिंग मालूम होना, बेसिक एल्गोरिदम मालूम होना जरूरी है, बेसिक एआई मालूम होना जरूरी है. सो एनीथिंग यू विल डू, देयर आर पब्लिक स्पीकिंग, कुछ भी करिए, यू नीड टू नो हाउ टू स्पीक, हाउ टू कन्विंस पीपल, हाउ टू सेल, ये हाउ टू गिव अ कॉल, ये इंपॉर्टेंट, परस्यू, हाउ टू परस्यू, ये इंपॉर्टेंट स्किल हर करियर में लगने वाले. सो वी आर गोइंग टू डेवलप सर्टेन 5-7 स्किल्स थ्रू डिफरेंट स्पीकर, डिफरेंट वर्कशॉप इन नेक्स्ट 2 years विद whoever the student will come with us, ताकि वो कोई भी करियर के लिए जाए, some foundational skill they will require. The environment matters a lot. One of the research आज से कुछ साल पहले जापान में हुआ था, how environment affect. What they did, they took one fish, एक fish को लिया गया, same breed के fish को लिया गया, एंड उस एक फिश को डाला गया वाटर टैंक में, एक फिश को डाला गया पॉन्ड में, छोटा पॉन्ड, और एक फिश को डाला गया बड़े समंदर में. तो एक फिश टैंक में गया, एक सेम फिश, एक फिश डाला गया पॉन्ड में और एक को डाला गया समंदर में. एंड दे हैड ऑब्जर्व नेक्स्ट 6 months इनकी ग्रोथ कैसे हो रही है. सेम फिश, सेम मतलब एक ही डीएनए के, एक ही ब्रीड के सेम फिश तीनों अलग अलग जगह पे डाले गए. जब इस तरीके से उन्हें डाला गया पॉन्ड में, टैंक में एंड सी में, और 6 महीने के बाद देखा गया, तो जो फिश वाटर टैंक में था उसकी ग्रोथ इंच में थी, जो थोड़ा पॉन्ड में था वो थोड़ा और 6 इंच बढ़ गया था, और जो समंदर में था जो 1 फीट बढ़ गया था. नाउ द सेम डीएनए, सेम ब्रीड, कौन सी चीजों ने इफेक्ट किया? एनवायरमेंट. क्योंकि जो पॉन्ड, जो वाटर टैंक में था, वहां देखा उसने छोटे छोटे फिश, और मुझे तो यहीं रहना है, मुझे कहाँ जाना है, तो मैं उसकी ग्रोथ लिमिटेड हो गई, क्योंकि उसने सोचना चालू कर दिया कि मुझे बढ़ने की जरूरत है ही नहीं, दुनिया इतनी ही है, क्यों बढ़ना है. जो थोड़ा पॉन्ड में चला गया उसे ज्यादा तैरना पड़ा था, तो उसे समझ आया कि नहीं, इतना बड़ा पॉन्ड है तो थोड़ा मुझे बढ़ना, अपने आप बढ़ गया. जो समंदर में था वो फीट नहीं, इंच नहीं, फीट में बढ़ा, क्योंकि उसने दुनिया बड़ी देखी, उतना ग्रो हुआ. So select a course, select a foundational course in 11th, 12th, select your friends or relatives or people who will show the real world. दुनिया बहुत बड़ी है, मल्टी प्लैनेट लिविंग होने वाली आपकी जनरेशन की, अर्थ, मून एंड मार्स. कौन सी दुनिया में रह रहे कि wherever you are in the part of this world or this country, कल्याण हो, कहीं से भी हो आप, you can do whatever you want to do in life. Whoever is stopping you, whoever is blocking your mind, you should not be with them. In the Cambria International School, 11th and 12th, these are your foundational year. यहीं पे आप अच्छे आदतें आती है या अच्छे environment आपको मिलते हैं, यहीं पे आप strong mindset बनता है आपका. And we believe that My Career, My Decision such session, we want that each and every child should be in right environment. They should grow, क्योंकि आप में वो strength, वो knowledge, वो skill होता है. ये दुनिया जो है, people surrounding us, they are unaware about the fact and they are stopping us. So with this, My Career, My Decision such event will definitely help you to take a right action, the right decision. We believe in Cambria school, in our college, whoever the student with us, everyone is unique and they can do miracles in life. बस ये फाउंडेशन कोर्स में बहुत सारी चीजें हम करना चाहते हैं, कर रहे हैं और करते रहेंगे उनके साथ इस जर्नी में टू मेक दिस वर्ल्ड ब्यूटीफुल प्लेस टू लिव. Join with us क्योंकि end of the day the Cambria believe make this world beautiful place to live, and through you, through different kind of mindset leaders, we can achieve that goal. So thank you very much, team and entire the student who had been initiating this. Keep it up. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for a constant source of inspiration and motivation. You have motivated people by being a living example, by sharing your expertise and knowledge. I am sure everyone over here has been motivated. Now, I would now request my friend Shagun to take the session further.
Now, I would like to introduce few universities and their speakers. Firstly, we have Mr. Vishal Acharya from OP Jindal University, who is currently working as a senior manager in admission and outreach department with OP Jindal Global University, Delhi, NCR, India. Having more than 12 years of experience in outreach, admission, and operation with bright academic background. Next, we have with us Ms. Nehal Gaikar, who is marketing professional with more than 13 years of experience in educational sector and is currently a senior manager at Atlas Caltech University. Her latent flair for mentoring and career guidance were nurtured through various roles and responsibilities that she handled in her various associations. Then we have Ms. Viragi Zaveri. She is regional head and admission outreach team Flame of University. She is certified global career counselor with 13 years of work experience with overseas higher education industry, especially with France. Now I would like my friend Namita to introduce other universities.
I take immense pleasure to introduce our next speakers. First, we have Mr. Amit Modak, representing NMIMS University. He is working as a marketing manager and has a work experience of 10 years in education industry. He has worked with some top institutions like Wellinger and Amity University, etc. Then we have Mr. Bipin Palande from MIT World Peace University, who is a chartered accountant by qualification and has completed his management education from Indian Institute of Management, Tiruchirappalli, with a specialization in finance. Mr. Bipin Palande has 4 years of experience in industry and 3 years of experience in academics. Currently, he is working as an assistant professor with School of Commerce, MIT World Peace University, Pune. Prior to joining MIT WPU, he was working as a freelance faculty with various educational and coaching institutes where he has taught cost accounting, mathematics, financial management, etc. for professional courses like CA, CS, and CME, as well as academic courses like BCom, MCom, and higher secondary schooling. Then we have Ms. Rachna Basabatini, who is a marketing professional with over 8 years of experience in student acquisition, outreach, business development, and affiliate marketing. Developing educational institutes while helping young students to discover and achieve their dreams is what drives her professionally. She has worked with institutes like IFIM Group of Institutions, ISBR Group of Institutions, Acharya Bangalore Business School, and Vijay Bhumi University in the past, during which she has counseled thousands of students and parents. Now, last but not the least, we have Mr. Suman Acharya, who is Education Sector Regional Manager from Alliance University, Bengaluru. He has a total work experience of 12 years in higher education industry, and he was earlier associated with Adamas University with Global Business School, and he has pursued MBA from NIMS University and graduation from Calcutta University. We're so glad to have these amazing universities with us today. Now I would like my friend Ayush to take the session further.
Thank you, Namita. We are very fortunate to have these inspiring speakers along with us. Now, I'm so glad to announce that we will be having a panel discussion to address all these queries sent to us by all the curious students regarding these amazing universities. These questions were sent to us by all the learners. So we have shortlisted a few common questions, which I will be asking on everyone's behalf. The first question is for MIT Pune. If a student is planning to do engineering at MIT, then is it mandate for him to give JEE or CET exam, or MIT has its own entrance exam?
Yeah. We do have our entrance exams, but right now the entrance exam which we normally conduct, the date has already passed by and that has already been considered. However, the students need not get discouraged by that. We also accept JEE scores and MHT CET scores. So yeah, that's about it.
Thank you, sir. The second question is for NMIMS. What are the offbeat career in commerce, like apart from the traditional careers like CA, CFA, CS, etc.?
Okay. There are many careers after completing the commerce course, and if you're doing a management course, okay, the first thing is that you can go to join any of the corporates. Okay, so if you're planning to go for a management course, then either you can go for a finance, either you can go for an HR, either you can go for a marketing. So marketing and HR is also one of the option apart from the professional course. What is there for CA, CFA, ICW, and all that. So even you can go for an actuarial science also that is related to insurance. You can go for an investment banker. Either you can go for a training profile also in the HR, or else you can go for the marketing. In marketing also, there are different avenues, just like either you can go into sales and marketing, either you can go for a branding and advertising, and the most upcoming career is right now is a digital marketing. So these are some of the career avenues apart from the professional course. You can go for these kind of profile also.
Thank you, sir. The third question is for Flame University. What are the benefits of interdisciplinary subject?
Okay, I think to understand the benefits, it's important to first understand the concept of interdisciplinary subjects, which is basically approaching issues through a variety of lens. So if you're learning different subjects, you get a better sense of decision making and your intellectual, and you can expand your intellectual foundation through a universal understanding of subjects. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would request Payal ma'am to take the session further.
Thank you, Ayush. Good evening, everyone. My question is for Narsimha University. I have a scenario, you can say. Basically, if a student is opted for business studies, psychology, and economics in his grade 11th and 12th. Okay. So typically for these kind of students who have just opted for, say, business studies, psychology, economics, say English and one more subject. So for these kind of students, what are the careers that he can opt for?
Okay. So the first career, if they can go for, commerce and all that, okay, is that they can go for an accountant, they can go for a banking and finance, they can go for an insurance, they can go for a stock trading and all that, and they can go for an investment banker or a financial advisor. So these are prospective from the commerce point of view. Now the student has opted for an economics. Okay, economics along with the subjects, whatever they had chosen in their grade 11th and 12th. They can go for, research kind of job that will be related to financial risk analyst, that may be related to financial planner. Either they can go for an economic research job, cost accountant, auditor, or to be an economist. Okay, so these are the career avenues if the student want to choose in the stream of economics. And related to psychology, there are many avenues for the psychology also, because right now it's a demanding, career. So if the student want to go for the counselor, they can go for the career counselor, they can go for the mental health consultant, they can go for a clinical psychologist, they can go for an educational psychologist, they can go for an international and organizational psychology, they can go for a human resource management, Even they can go for a teacher or physiotherapist or a media role. So these are the roles and, which are available if they are planning to go with the psychology kind of thing. So in NMIMS, we have a course that's in BSc in psychology. It's basically a 3 years course. So even the commerce student who has opted for psychology in the 11th and 12th grade, so they can go for BSc in psychology. And these are the career avenues which is available after completing these 3 years of degree.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Amit. My next question would be to Rachna from KREA. Rachna, as per you, I mean, how important are extracurricular activities and resume building for a student to get admission to his dream university?
Sure. Hi, good evening, everyone. So I shall be speaking more in perspective to KREA University. So at KREA, our application is we expect a complete profile. So it's just to know you better. All right. And having extracurriculars or not having extracurriculars will not give you advantage over another child. It has to be a balance because we are an inclusive university and we get students from all boards. So you can never put an IB board student on the same level as a state board student because their exposure is very different. So resume building is something that we do not expect at all. We do not look at your profile as such. But one tip is in case you have done different courses, internships, etc., having all the information together and prioritizing as to which one you're submitting in the application, because there is a limit to the number that you can submit. So that should be sorted. Otherwise, we don't expect you to have a resume built as such. And extracurriculars, so a child can either be good in extracurriculars or academics and we take them, or vice versa. So it won't, even if a student does not have any extracurriculars because of whatever circumstances, but has a good profile, otherwise we shall welcome them. So yeah, that's what KREA looks for.
Okay. Thank you, Rachna. Next question is for Hina ma'am.
Yes.
I guess Hina ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. A student is asked basically, ma'am, does your college provides any support for JEE or NEET exams?
Yes, we do provide support for the JEE and NEET examinations, but the condition is that you have to prepare for board examination for AS level as well and A2 level as well. Usually what happens that in other boards like CBSE, ICSE, state board, 11th standard is a little easier work for you because you do not have board examination over there. But over here, you have a board examination in 11th also and 12th also. So you have to do parallel preparation. And the observation is that if the student is committed, the important part is the student should have a mindset of doing JEE or NEET along with AS and A level. It is not difficult at all. But the study pattern has to be such that the child has to solve every day 30 to 40 questions of each subject. Like if the child wants to opt for NEET, then every day the child has to solve 30 to 40 MCQ of physics, chemistry, and biology every day without fail religiously. Like you have your food, you have your prayers, you have your sleep. You have to crack and solve the questions related to JEE and NEET. As far as the team is concerned, when we teach a subject or when we teach a concept for AS and A level, simultaneously we deal it with the perspective of JEE and NEET as well. And the teachers gives inputs to you, extra handouts to you to practice. But practicing 80% is the part of the student's work. So that I need to be very clear on that aspect as well. But as said that it is not difficult at all, you can definitely do it.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is also for you. I mean, if a student is interested in science subjects and apparently is also interested in few subjects from arts or commerce, so is it possible for him to make a subject combination and go ahead with that, and whether that would be accepted by universities?
Yes, that is accepted by university. Actually, if the child chooses a combination of subject, the child gets a lot of multiple horizons for the child to decide, because if suppose the child has studied science and taken some subjects of science and some subjects of arts and one subject of commerce as well, after doing 12th standard, if the child feels that, okay, I'm not that very interested going ahead with science, because everybody's forte could not be of becoming an engineer or a doctor, or maybe opting for a science career. The child would want to go to a commerce field or a business field, or probably an art field. So there, if the child has that subject, he has the possibility of choosing universities accordingly. And with the advent of all new universities giving a lot of horizons to the children, it is very much possible. And it is fortunately available with us in our college. And proudly presenting, we are the only college from, Badlapur to Thane who is providing so much of combination of subjects for the students to choose from. But when you are choosing the subjects, you have to be a little mindful. You cannot choose 9 and 10 subjects and think that I will do whatever I want to do. You have to minimize it to maybe 5 to 7 subjects and then make a call. And with our college, what we do is we do a hand holding, a lot of hand holding with respect to making career choices. So by the time you are with us in our 11th and 12th standard, by the time you complete your 12th standard, you would know where you are standing and what do you exactly want to do in your life with respect to careers.
Thank you, ma'am. My next question is for Snehal from Atlas. Snehal, based on what points you select a candidate for your university, and basically what are the skills that you see in students before giving admission?
Yeah, first and foremost, a very good evening to everyone. And thank you to the management of Cambria School for giving us an opportunity to represent ourselves. So the application to Tech University School of Design and Innovation, the child is supposed to upload a portfolio. So the portfolio could be the 8 to 10 works which can be the best works of the child. So it can be sketches, it can be photos, it can be murals, it can be any terracotta sculptures which a child has made, or like we received a portfolio of a child who has made the Ganpati idol every year. So he gave us 10 Ganpati idols for the last 10 years what he has made. In fact, so portfolio can be anything what the child has done with his own hands. In fact, so looking at the portfolio, number one, second thing, this is the criteria on which we select the child. Then in case of the child does not have a portfolio, that's still fine. The child can take up the design project, which is an alternative to the portfolio. Then the child is supposed to write an entrance examination, that's the design aptitude test, which is based on gender awareness, analytical thinking, logical thinking, and storytelling. Apart from this, the child is also supposed to write a statement of purpose, that is just a paragraph which best describes the child. And on the basis of this, we come to know the skills what the child is having. Is there any ideation? Okay, is the child is thinking. What is the child thinking? What is the child thinking about the future graph of his life and all? So based on these things, the child is scheduled for a personal interview with one of our faculty members. In fact, so to this application that we receive, we come to know the skill sets what the child is having, whether our institute is the best fit for that child. Because honestly speaking, we have 500 seats of the applications that we receive is much way beyond. In fact, selecting 500 children out of the entire lot of 8,000 applications is a difficult task for us. So it all depends upon, number one, the portfolio, the uniqueness in the sketches, and the uniqueness of the child's work, what he has uploaded, is one major important crucial factor for an admission to the design school, in fact. And then later on, it's the child's performance in the design aptitude test and the way in which the child is writing his own statement of purpose.
Thank you, Snehal. My next question is, either Bipin sir or Hina ma'am, any of y'all can answer this. What are the differences a student experience if he takes admission in IG board as compared to taking admission in any CBSE or a state board college?
Shall I, or sir, what do you say?
I would request Hina ma'am, because she would be more, she can give more detailed reply on that.
Okay. Shall I go ahead, Bipin sir?
Yeah. There you are.
Okay. see the differences that you experience in an IGCSE college or an IGCSE school and an A level school is majorly is concept based learning. There you have to apply your understanding to the questions that are put to you, not only during the examination but also in your real life situations. So whatever you learn, you have to apply it to understand it better. One difference. Another difference is that we provide a lot of exposure, which other schools have their limitations to provide, I would say. So much of exposure to students to explore their potential. Like, for example, if I talk about today's program, if you're watching it, the entire university fair is designed, executed by our own students. The facilitators are just in a back seat. So we give this kind of exposure not only for this particular event, but many such occasions with respect to academics, with respect to extracurricular activities, international student exchange program, where we give them an experience to talk to the people who are across borders sitting there, to share their experience, participate in international events. Like we have had Expothon last year, where our children had presented a project based on science, and it was selected from all across the schools in India and Middle East. So these kind of exposure is the difference that you get to see in an AS and A level college comparing to CBSE and ICSE college. One. Secondly, their certification that they get, usually the results that they get in a CBSE school or an ICSE school or a state school, that has limitations only till in the state, maximum in India, right? The certification that they get in AS and A level, it is acclaimed throughout the globe. There are 200 and more than 25 countries who accept this certificate without any hitch. So they are well qualified to present an international certificate while they are giving their 11th and 12th standard. This is another difference. Then the difference is of culture. The curriculum is holistically built, wherein they get an idea to comprehend a concept, understand a concept, and after comprehending that, they are exposed to different types of questions. It is this particular curriculum has no boundary of weightages of marks. Like, for example, in our another boards, with due respect to all the boards, they still have weightages. If you have 10 chapters, this particular chapter will be of this weightage, this particular chapter will be of this weightage. So the children have an idea which chapter they can leave and which chapter they have to study. But over here, because the curriculum is woven in such a way that the child has to have the knowledge of the entire course book completely, entire content completely, they are not left with any choice to leave any content, which makes them more eligible, more confident, more skillful with respect to the subjects that they have chosen. So it definitely helps them in their future when they take up any degree or any other course that they take up using AS and A level, and they become more confident. I would proudly say that you can definitely make a difference when an AS student is talking and when any other student is talking with due respect, because these skills gets developed automatically when they are put into an environment. So this is an answer to this question.
I think, Payal madam, it's very basic that state board and CBC having more numbers. Obviously, thousands of students are taking admission in 11th and 12th. So not a single college won't be able to give that much individual attention to each student. So in any international college, like in Cambria, we are having class size of 30, 25 students in each class. And the customization is possible to help him at individual level. So CBC and state board, it's not that they are not good college. They are, but they are having certain limitation because of the high number of students and the curriculum which they are following. So
definitely.
In CBSE and ICSE, now they are taking step to change the curriculum, bringing the flexibility. Still, they haven't started yet the new education policies. It's just only they have declared. it's not started yet. So there are a lot of time they will work on it. But as Hina madam rightly covered all the point, it's the numbers matters a lot. Kyunki kam number hote, so we can give individual attention. And the kind of curriculum, kind of exposure, kind of vision management is having. So we have a very clear vision that in AS level, why we are doing AS level. So we wanted to create global citizen, creating foundation for multiple careers. ये vision ही अगर colleges का है नहीं तो generally product it's like making a car. 1000 कार बना रहे फैक्ट्री में वैसे चल रहा है. तो same way there are many colleges are working on that level कि बहुत सारे बच्चे लिए जा रहे हैं. In 11th and 12th AS and A level course is something is individual courses. So this is how it will make a lot of difference compared to this college.
So, sir, in a nutshell, can we say that because we give undivided attention to each and every student, we are able to focus on the holistic development of the child?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can very well say that. Adding to this, one point that I wish to tell is that the curriculum is displayed in a way that it compels the student to think critically, analyze, and problem solve. So if it is imbibed in the curriculum to think critically, analyze, and problem solve, their majority of the skills is automatically achieved through the curriculum. So all these things that we do in a college, that becomes additional to develop their skills, which cannot be found anywhere. Of course, because of the limitations and numbers, for sure.
Thank you, Hina ma'am. Thank you, Vipin sir. My next question is for Alliance, Mr. Suman. What are the myths about studying abroad? I think he's got disconnected. He's there. Mr. Suman Acharya.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, all. There is a several myths from. अगर मैं मेरे side से बोला जाए तो there is a several myths about study. मैं just 2-3 point में highlight करना चाहता हूँ. First point is many of students believe that study abroad is very expensive, and this is for higher class people. But this is not true. There is so many universities, they are offering countless scholarships. Apart from these, many countries like Canada, Sweden also allow international students for part-time work. That will help to covering the living cost also. Apart from these, nowadays, various kinds of education loans are also available. There is a second point. I think there is a myth that studying in abroad, you need to know local languages apart from English. This is not, I feel this is not correct at all. If you know English language properly, that is enough. So number 3, regarding job, there is also common questions from all of the students that after completion degree, can I get a job on these countries? Might be companies not hire me because I am come from different country. This is also not true. Companies are looking for good, skilled, and knowledgeable manpower. That's all. They are not concerned about citizenship. From my side, these 3 myths I can cover up.
Thank you, Mr. Suman. Now, this is a common question basically to all the industries. It would be great if you can throw some light on this. For example, if a student is from IG board, and so how many subjects, first of all, do you expect that student to take in his grade 12th? Now, for example, if he's taken 5 subjects, and for example, if the student has fairly scored well in say 4 subjects and has got a low score in one of the subject, still is he eligible to get admission into your respective university? So if all the universities one by one can answer this, it would be easy for our students to get a better understanding of how or what is the eligibility criteria for your particular university. If we can start with MIT Pune, if we can answer this question, and then slowly and steadily, eventually all the universities.
Thank you, ma'am. So, yeah. So, actually, basically, I belong to the School of Commerce. So, I'll tell the information, whatever I know about the selection process. So, for the student to have admission into engineering, Basically, he needs to have the PCM, that is physics, chemistry, and mathematics, as the mandatory subjects in the 12th board. Apart from that, as I said earlier about the ma'am, is this question only related to the subjects, or should I tell about the exams eligibility as well?
You can explain the exam eligibility, but what we want to understand is, as you said, PCM is basically required for engineering. Now, for example, I'll give you a scenario. For example, say I am a student who has taken PCM and say 2 more subjects in my grade 11th and 12th. And I have scored well in my 4 subjects, but in my 5th subject, I have not scored well. So am I still, but PCM, I have scored, I mean, the excellent score. So am I eligible to get an admission to your university, or I mean, my application would be rejected in that case?
Yeah, for engineering you are saying, or any bachelor course you are saying?
It can be any bachelor course.
Yeah, so mainly the courses where specific entrance exams are there, like JEE, MST, CET, or the MIT's entrance test, that is required mainly for the engineering courses. Apart from that, the other bachelor courses which we have, for example, BCom at School of Commerce, or Bachelor of Design, or BCA, BSc. For that, we have a separate UG entrance exam, and through that, we have the selection process carried for that particular student. And what we look at the student's profile is the minimum score is 50%, which is required to be made in the 12 boards. So that is the basic eligibility which we look at for the student, and rest of that we request the student to go through the common admission process, which is carried out for the MIT World Peace University's courses which are offered by us.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Rachna, if you can throw some light on this.
Sure. I'm not sure how many of you are aware of the concept of liberal education, but KREA is a liberal arts and sciences university. And the concept of liberal education is to break free from the shackles of conventional education system, which facilitates subject prerequisite or a percentage or a score prerequisite. So we do not have either of those. You cannot have your math in grade 11th and 12th, but you can take up a major in mathematics. We shall give you bridge courses and the foundation that you require to study it. Similarly, for any course of your choice, psychology, economics, computer science, all of it. We do take scores from 9th grade onwards, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. And the reason that we take scores from 9th onwards is to look at your graph, basically. So we are no one here to judge your intellectual capacity or your academic scores alone. That's not what we are looking at. As I said previously, we're looking at your overall personality, and we want to know the consistency if there was, or if there was a break. We need to have a conversation based on that. If you say scored really good in 9th and did not do well in 10th, what was it? And you know how we can probably help you and what you require to do better. So that is what we are looking at. We're not a university which is focused on getting, the best of the academic scholars and then train them into becoming very good undergraduates. But yeah, we're looking at holistic development of personalities, and hence no prerequisites whatsoever.
So Rachna, if I've understood correctly, if there are 3 passes in the A levels, I mean, still the student is eligible to apply to KREA?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Viragi, if you can help me in this.
Yes, sure. At O levels, we look at usually 5 subjects, English being the, including English with ABC grades. And at A level, 3 subjects are okay. So that's the minimum.
I have a question over here, if universities are listening to me. Like, for example, if KREA or any other university, if they're there, I want to ask you that if you have engineering or medicines with you. So, for example, if the child is having 5 subjects on the results of O levels, like 5 subjects clear, and in that subject, mathematics is not included. So can they, and in 11th and 12th, they had taken mathematics 11th and 12th, but 10th they have not taken. So will that be considered, or you would see 10th standard mathematics as well? This is my first question.
Shall I go ahead? All right. So firstly, we don't offer any vocational courses, no professional courses. We offer BA honors and BSc honors. And to answer your question, ma'am, we do take them, even if they have not had a subject amongst those 5 that they've taken up at O level. So they're eligible.
They're eligible. Okay, fine. All right.
Amit, if you can help us with how does your university go about this?
See, basically, I'll tell you, we have whatever the subjects are there. In that, English is mandatory. Okay. Apart from that, there should be 3 main subjects should be there. So what we choose, that is best out of 4. Now, what was the question that suppose if the student has cleared the base 4 subject and the 5th subject is not, they have not scored well in that 5th subject. But if it is ungraded, then the result will not be accepted. If it is graded, if they had got the lower score, then we can accept that. But in NMIMS, we have 4 category of examination. One is NPAT. Okay, NPAT is basically for all the commerce and liberal arts admission. In that, we require 60% of mark in 12th board. Okay, and there are subjects like just School of Commerce, School of Economics, where the maths is mandatory. Now we have CET, that is for the engineering. In engineering, we require PCM along with the English, and PCM, there should be 50% of marks. Then they're eligible to apply for the CET for the engineering entrance and all that. Now we have LAT, that is for law aptitude test. In law aptitude test, we require basically 50% of marks to apply for this law aptitude course for joining any of the law course in NMIMS. And lastly, we have a DAT, that is a design aptitude test. So in design aptitude test, again, we require 60% of marks in 12th grade, and there's an entrance exam for that. So in this way, how we work in NMIMS for the selection criteria.
Okay. And Snehal?
Yeah. So students have to clear their grade 12 with 60% marks, and it's an internal assessment process that we follow to select the students. That is based on the portfolio and the way they're writing their statement of purpose and how they are clearing the design aptitude tests. And of course, the last is the interview with one of our faculty panel members. On the basis of that, we select our students.
Okay, thank you. Thank you everyone for answering this question. The last question is for Bipin sir. One of the student over here has asked that since you all give undivided attention, you all look after the holistic development of a child and you all provide IG curriculum apparently. So, I mean, taking IG curriculum, is it non-affordable? I mean, are the fees very high?
There is no value for education, actually. It's the question. If you ask me, apart from Cambria, I'm into coaching classes as well. So I'm well aware of the fact whatever the fee at market, even any student is taking science in local college where the fees is near about 25 to 40,000, but then he is opting coaching classes and he's paying 2,50,000. So altogether he is spending in 11th and 12th approximately 2,50,000, 3 lakhs. So if we look at the Cambria International offering fees, the course curriculum which Cambria is providing from Badlapur to Kalyan, the course fee structure what we are offering is far below than any of the course which is they are charging at Mumbai with the same quality. So it's not at all, I think it's high fee structure. It's very affordable fees because we have a vision to bring international education at affordable price. So that's the reason. So it's not at all, I think, a high course. It's very sensible fees. Whatever the student is going to, all the way, they are going to spend that much amount within 2 years. Coaching classes, and other activities, upgrading certain skills in 2 years. So altogether, that fees is normal fees.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. That's the end of panel discussion round. Thank you for all the panelists for answering these questions and helping students to get clarity on this queries that they have regards to a particular university. Now I request all the university members and the parents and the students, we have virtual rooms wherein you all can join the university for which you want to get more information. You can click on the particular breakout room and join that university. It's a humble request. After the breakout rooms are done, Please do not exit of the meeting. In case if you have any questions to be asked to any university, we would be back in the Q&A round. And after that, you can exit the meeting. If anyone has any issue joining the breakout rooms, you can stay in the main room. We can help you out join the breakout room. I can assign that particular room to you. And in case if anybody wants to ask a question to Hina ma'am or Bipin sir, you all can stay back in the main room. Definitely we'll answer your questions. Sahil, if you need help, can you just let me know which room are you trying to enter? Sahil Patil. Akshay, KREA University. 1 second, I'll assign you to that room. I request someone from the technical team to please assign Akshay Sonamne to the KREA University room because I am not getting that option over here. Thank you, Shriyansh.
Hello, am I audible?
Students who have not joined any of the breakout rooms, in case if you're interested to join, just let me know. If you're not able to join that breakout room, I can help you out in joining that. Jinesh, Ansh, Rachit, I mean, are you all not interested in joining any of the breakout rooms?
Hello, Jinesh. Hello, am I audible? Uh, Students, if you have any question, kindly put it in the chat box. We will get back to you. I think the speaker is disconnected. Kindly put the questions in the chat box.
Prisha? Prisha, are you facing any difficulty in joining any breakout room?
Alliance breakout room members. Actually, the person who is supposed to speak, the guest speaker, has not there in the meeting. So please leave your questions on the chat box. We will get back to you as soon as we contact him. Thank you so much.
Hello. Hello, I'm just trying to get in touch with Prisha. Prisha, are you trying to join any university? I can help you out in joining that university.
Mr. Modak, please continue. We were talking something. You are on mute.
Now the student, if they had not appeared for the entrance exam, that means it will be marked as absent. Okay, and that will be come into the ungraded kind of thing. Okay, so in that case, it will be difficult for us to admit that.
Okay.
Ma'am, I guess everyone is back in the main room, right?
Yes, yes, they're back in the main room.
Okay. Students, if you have any questions to be asked to any university, you all may ask now.
Madam,
Yes, Deven, if you have your question, you can either put it in the chat box or you can unmute yourself and ask the question to that university.
My question is for the Atlas University, like what all extracurricular activities does this university offer?
Deven, if you can speak a little louder because I can barely hear you.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Better than before. Yeah, you may ask your question.
Yeah, so this is to Atlas University, Miss Nehal.
Yes, Devin, go ahead.
What all extracurricular activities does the university offer? If you can Yes,
Yeah,
some
so
of us.
we, surely, I'll answer that. So we have got 22 clubs in the university. Many of our students participate in many, like in tournaments, in fact. We also have a football turf on campus. And then we have got, as I said, we have got about 22 clubs, which includes like a dance club, there's a films club, there's a football club. So there are many activities which are like, driven by the students on campus, in fact. So you'll be getting exposed to all these clubs at various levels, right from the foundation year up till the 4th year. Do you have any specific club in mind, by the way?
Yeah, I had
Do
actually
you play something? Do you
football.
play
Yeah, I
football?
play
Yes,
football
I
and
thought so.
cricket.
I thought so. So we already have the football turf, and many of our children are participating in many tournaments across, many district level tournaments also.
Thank you, Snehal. If any
I
other
suppose I've answered your question, Devin. You have any other query?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
students, the breakout rooms had timers. So, I mean, those rooms have ended now. In case if you are out of that breakout room, and in case if you have any question for that particular university in which room you were, you can ask the question now. Either you can put it in the chat box or direct it to me. I can read it for you. And also, I have posted the feedback link in the chat box. It would be great if you just fill up that feedback link as well, because your feedback is very important for us. No more questions? Mr. Palande, I have a question. One of the student has directed the question to me. As you said at the start that your MIT has its own entrance exam. So for example, the student has mentioned that if I'm interested in going ahead with engineering and I have not given my JEE exam and do not intend to give that exam. So if I clear the CET taken by MIT, is that more than enough, or still I need to go ahead and give the JEE exam?
No, MIT's, I mean, if now that the MIT's entrance exam is over, the student has two options. JEE means first round that is already, that is about to happen on 15th of July. That can be considered, rather those score can be considered, or JEE means 2 and MST CET scores. Those would be accepted in the round which is going to happen in the around mid of August or 15th of August. So even if he has not yet, or rather he has not appeared for MIT's entrance exam, we do accept JEE mains and MST CET scores.
However, if the student has given the CET exam conducted by MIT, then there is no requirement to give the JEE exam, right?
No, no.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. KREA has asked, I have a question for Atlas University. What are the requirements for admission? I know KREA is interested in doing bachelor's in designing. So that is the reason she's raised this question. What are the requirements for admission at Atlas University? Snehal?
Sorry.
One of my student, KREA, she's raised this question. What are the requirements for admission at Atlas University?
Yeah. So, the requirements basically are that the child has to clear the internal assessment test at Atlas Skilltex University. It depends upon the school which you're applying. If you're applying to the design school, there's an internal assessment test. If you're applying to the School of Management and Entrepreneurship, also there's a different assessment test. If you're applying to the School of Digital Technology, there's a different assessment test, in fact. So we have our own internal assessment tests. Like, for example, the School of Design and Innovation, SD, you'll have to, as I said, you'll have to upload your portfolio, provide the statement of purpose, and clear the design and aptitude test, in fact.
Thank you. Thank you, Snehal. My next question is to MIT Pune. One of the student, Asjar, he wants to know the score in JEE or CET or the minimum cutoff for MIT Pune.
Frankly speaking, I'm not aware of the score, but I have my colleague, Neetu ma'am. Neetu ma'am, are you there?
Yeah, hi, sir. Yes, I'm there.
Yeah.
Hi, bye, ma'am.
Hello, Neetu ma'am.
Yeah, so like cutoff is all depend what is the cutoff this year for mains, what is the cutoff for CET this year. It's all depend on the current this year's cutoff list. The passing mark is required for all the examinations, whether it is mains or CET.
Okay, thank you.
I hope it's clear.
Yes, ma'am. Asjad, I hope your question is answered.
In case if they have more doubts, I'll just leave my number and the link in the text box. They can directly contact me also.
In case if you have any questions, students, I mean, still you feel that more clarification is required, you can always forward the questions to me and I will personally send it to the respective university. For KREA University, student has asked, what are the requirements for taking admission in your university?
Okay, I think I mentioned that during the discussion. So a student should just be in grade 12. Obviously, from the time we start applications, which is as early as October, you won't have received your grade 12 results. So we do not expect you to publish that. You should be a grade 12 student, no subject prerequisite, no cutoff in terms of marks. Because you've not given your grade 12, as yet, we do ask for your predicted score. So you can either give a self-predicted or a school-predicted score. And any internal exam score sheet from grade 12, apart from that 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. At any given point, if you do not have a particular document, which is a mandatory section, then you can get in touch with our counselors and they'll assist you through the process. We have our own selection process. So post-application, there is a whole KREA immersive case that happens. Not all students who apply get to go through the KREA immersive case. There is a first shortlist that happens 20 days after application. About 50% students make it to KIC. KIC consists of you being divided into groups. You're presented with case studies around which you need to write a reflective essay, have group conversations. That is followed by a personal interaction with a faculty member. And after all of this, you have a 30-minute logical and aptitude test. So based on your overall performance, right from the application to your selection process, a cumulative is taken, and then your offers are released. At like I mentioned before, at no point are we looking at grilling you or testing your intellectual capacity. We're not looking at that. We're only looking at knowing you better. That is why we've also taken off the term interview from the whole process, and we call it personal interaction with the faculty member, because based on your application and based on your group activity, they would like to ask you and get to know you better. So that's pretty much it.
Thank you, Rachna. Rachna, the next question is also for you. How are the students benefited by choosing liberal arts?
All right. So all of us, I think, here on the panel, we were victims of conventional education systems. We did not have the freedom to choose. We only had two options: maths or science, right? You either become an engineer or become a science student, and preferably a doctor. If you think of commerce, if you think of arts, you were perceived to be a very average, below average student for that matter. So we come from that school of thought. Now, liberal education, as the term suggests, it is freedom to choose. And your freedom to choose is not only limited to the course that you're going to take up, but also the projects that you take up, be it internship, externship, global immersion projects. They do not need to be dependent on your major, minor, or subject combinations. For example, I have a student who is majoring in psychology and minoring in literature. When the Career Services Office approached her as to what kind of project she wants, she said she wants to explore branding and communication. So what happened there is, while she studied her favorite subjects, she also now found an industry which she loved. So her understanding of psychology helped her understand consumer behavior over everyone else. And of course, her understanding of literature helped her churn extremely good content. So that is the way of life, because on an average, an individual sort of changes 5 careers in their lifetime. So for you to be able to adapt to those 5 careers or as many careers, you should have a roadmap. You should not be told to fit into a particular box, but a broad map and the skill sets for you to go explore the world and then figure out for yourself what you're most passionate about. So hence liberal education.
Thank you, Rachna. Last 2 questions are for Flame. Does the university have accommodation space for students?
Yes, in fact, it's a fully residential program. So every student has to be mandatorily on campus to complete their 3 years or 4 years of undergrad graduation. So it's a fully residential program. We have all the facilities on campus for students to live. Yeah.
Thank you, Viragi. And the last question for you, Viragi. Are there any jobs on the campus available for students?
There are no jobs available on campus because it's a very rigorous program, and in the free time, students are exploring students clubs and usually enjoying the sports and things like that. So we don't have students' job, but of course, students get an opportunity to work or assist the departments whenever there are opportunities. But there are no paid jobs as such for students on campus.
Thank you, Viragi. That was the end of Q&A round. I would request Noam to proceed with the vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, ma'am. First of all, I hope that all of you have had a wonderful time in the event. And I also hope that you have filled out the feedback form. If you have not, it is in the chat box, so it is there. Anyway, so let's get started with the vote of thanks. No event is complete without thanking the people behind making the event a success. Hence, on behalf of the Cambria International School and Junior College, I would like to extend my deep gratitude to each and every one who has joined us today. Let me first start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's session a resounding success. On behalf of the Cambria International School, I extend my most sincere thanks to our Honorable CMD, Mr. Bipin Pote, sir, who enlightened us with his knowledge, which is full of thought-provoking and interesting things, which gives us a deep insight into the topic. I'd like to express our gratitude to Sir for his presence and continuous guidance. With deep reverence and gratitude, I would like to thank our respected Managing Trustee, Ms. Meenal Pote, ma'am, who is the backbone of our TCIS family. Let me also express my gratitude towards the Vice President, Business Development Head and Trustee, respected Mr. Bhushan Pote, sir. I extend my sincere thanks to our beloved and respected Principal Ma'am, Ms. Hina Fatke, ma'am, for her valuable presence and her inspiring words of wisdom, and for also being a constant presence and source of motivation. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation to our respected HR, Ms. Beena Nair, ma'am, and the respected Pre-K Head Coordinator, Ms. Sabita Rao, ma'am, for their support. Last but not least, permit me to mention our appreciation and gratitude to respected Shurya Lata Shetty, ma'am, respected Amol Shinde, sir, respected Makrand Oak, sir, and the entire TCIS teaching, non-teaching staff for their constant support and guidance. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank the entire student community for their valuable contribution to make this event a grand success. As it truly is said, that to make an event reach its destination, it's the endless efforts of the entire team. I hereby conclude by wishing luck to all the learners present. I'm sure our youngsters have definitely acquired immense treasures of knowledge and are going to imbibe it in the future. Thank you. Have a pleasant day.
I think we are good to go. Yeah, goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful evening ahead. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye. Goodbye.
Thank
Thank
you
Thank you
very
you.
much.
so much.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Payal, for
Thank you.
organizing.
Thank you, Payal.
Thanks a lot,
Thank you.
Payal.
Thank you.
Well, ma'am.
I'd like to request all the students once again that if you have still not filled the feedback form, please do fill the feedback form. It's in the chat box. Thank you. The meeting is still on for the next 5 minutes, so you still have time. Please fill the feedback form. Thank you.